This is my survival guide for modernity.
Survivors.
Social media, conventional media, everyday people, everything seems artificial. Modernity is full of shit. We all know that. To escape this madness, we need a plan. Perfect. Let's see. Step 1. Stay present. For some reason, it seems like watching somebody else taking it is more interesting to us than taking it ourselves. Most of us spend at least half our day between pixels and frames. Over time we are losing the ability to take in the full experience of the real world. While being connected to everything else, we are losing the connection with ourselves. We get used to living in our head while chilling on a chair, couch or lying in our bed. This habit of living in our compulsive thoughts, desires and the constant stream of distraction disconnects us from reality itself.
Hello! Hello, hello!
This present moment is all we have in this life. Spending it in other people's life is an insult to reality itself. If we aren't able enjoying taking ourselves, we have no business in admiring other people taking it. Honestly, start observing how you're feeling after spending hours staring at some of those juicy pixels. After this, just sit down and meditate for 15 minutes. Seriously, if you are serious about being happy and are not just watching this out of the boredom you and me are used to, you should meditate every day. Step number 2. Healing loneliness with being alone. Often the best medicine to a disease is just another variant or dose of the disease itself. This principle also applies to the most spread disease in the world, loneliness. Modernity, separating and isolating ourselves is normalized. Every single one of us is lonely because we all are choosing which information and content to consume, thereby justifying our own beliefs. We spend less time with real people and confronting worldviews, more time with virtual people and conforming worldviews. We create our own little world. Our own little bubble can be everything we want it to be. We are friends with all the influencers we want to be friends with. We are voyeurs to the people we find most attractive. Real people are damn boring, digital people on the other hand are fun. To burst our own bubble we have to spend time alone. We should find some mountains to hike on or go camping all by ourselves. And within just a few days we will realize the difference between loneliness and being alone. We have to confront ourselves and remember what it means to be happy. We gotta search our own values, shortcomings and standards. After that we gotta start spending time with real people, building real connections. Just being alone with our smartphone makes us socially awkward. This in return causes other people to give us shitty reactions all the time. This cycle will repeat itself until we are able to burst our own bubble, be happy by ourselves and share our innate happiness with other people. Step 3. Movement. It doesn't matter if we are talking about tennis, weightlifting or horizontal cardio. What actually matters is that we remember what human beings fundamentally are. We are naturally built to move every day. Longer rest periods were the exception for most of our history. Now it's the other way around. Movement is the exception and resting our lazy bodies takes up most of our time. While many of our natural needs and desires are fulfilled, one of the most basic ones is not. This ignorance leads to problems like heart diseases, depression and postural imbalances, just to name a few. Don't get me wrong, working out like 3 hours a week and spending the rest of the time chilling on the couch doesn't point to a healthy lifestyle. Ideally, we would spend more time in movement than being static.
And I believe in fitness.
For most of us, developing some form of regular movement is a good start. But you and me should try to aim for a minimum of 2 hours of daily movement. May it be walking, running, playing some game or lifting weights. I'm not saying this to make anyone feel bad for just doing fitness like 4 days a week, but to underline how awful our standards of movement have become. Step 4. Get independent. There are many ways in which we are dependent. We are dependent on money, other people, food, electricity and more. In my eyes, complete independence is neither achievable nor desirable. We always will be dependent to a certain extent. The problem is that we rely on our dependence to give other people the responsibility for our own lives. And in giving them responsibility or blame, we also are giving them the power. Only by accepting that we ourselves are the only one responsible for our happiness are we able to take charge of our lives. No doctor, accountant, boss, influencer, spouse or friend is in charge. We are. By becoming more independent, we also will become more confident. We are able to grow our own foods, able to build our own bodies, become financially independent and lastly, to make ourselves happy. The most crucial step to become independent in modernity is freeing ourselves from any form of ideology, may it be red pills, feminism, radical leftists, Republicans or whatever. We should stop putting our own values in the boxes of other people.
My box.
Step 5. Learning social skills. Even at the risk of sounding repetitive, while also sounding self-contradicting, I have to highlight the importance of our innate nature once again. We humans are social creatures, and even though we can make ourselves feel social by swiping through the internet the entire day, that doesn't make our subconscious mind believe the superficial illusion of being social. Our subconscious mind is way more intelligent than we may acknowledge. It won't let us justify isolating ourselves forever. It wants us to be social. The problem is that we are standing in our own way. So if we don't reflect on ourselves, we won't be able to build real relationships with real people. Every single one of us has the two same obstacles when it comes to building lasting relationships. One, we are egoic as we just want to talk about ourselves and get our own needs met. We don't care about the needs of the other person, nor do we even want to. We need to learn how to truly listen and help other people have positive experiences while around us. Just being nice, chill and funny will make every one of us so much more charismatic. Plus, it also makes socializing way more fun. Obstacle number 2, we are scared of other people. Even the most confident person has to know himself to be authentic. We either consume substances or give ourselves validation by referring to past social successes. Neither way, all of us are shy. Everyone cares what other people think. If no one likes you, you very much should reflect on that. On the other hand, there are many people drowning in self-doubt. This isn't healthy either. The key is balancing both extremes and finding the right mixture for ourselves. Now, as always, I prepared 5 quick tips for you, 2 of which also have the purpose to support this project. Tip number 1, stop consuming, start creating. Channel music, a book, paintings, something you care about. Tip number 2, read Ego is the Enemy. You will find the link in the description down below. It's an excellent book on how to survive modernity. Tip number 3, force yourself to do some form of regular social activity, preferably also including movement. Recommendation number 4, check out my Patreon to support me with this project. On there also you can give me some tips of how to improve and maybe some new ideas for videos. Also you will get access to some exclusive content. Tip number 5, have a nice day.